As is often the case with my weekly Minute with Randy Bartlett, this week's is inspired by something that I saw online, and it has to do with using staff from the venue to help you do your job. And as delicately as I can possibly say this, what's the matter with you? Don't do that. It doesn't work. It's bad on so many levels. Hey, well, we had the coordinator, the photographer's assistant, the person from the venue, a catering person, whatever, standing outside with the wedding party, and they were supposed to tell them to come in at a certain time, but they had them come in at a different time, and they jacked it all up. We talked about this to some degree a while back in episode 14, which was to work as a two-person team, at least two people. We also talked about it in episode 29, which was don't be a victim. That thing where it's like everybody, made it bad for me. This is on us. There's so many reasons not to use these people. I mean, the best you can hope for is for it to be good. It's probably going to be bad, and the best you can hope for is good. It's never going to be great. But why doesn't it work? Well, first off, it's not their job. They don't care. They've not been trained. They've got their mind on other things, and they think this is going to look just like every other one they've ever done, right? Every week, the DJ comes in and he does the grand yelling of the names, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, and they think it's going to be the same. So go on, go on, go on. Listen, I've been there. I've done that. I've tried it a lot. It doesn't work. I have great video of, catering people, directors, trying to push people through the doorway. And I've given them, very specific instructions to the wedding party as well as to the coordinator, whoever my helper is going to be. And invariably, they just do whatever they're going to do anyway. But it's not just introductions. And we do the same thing with lighting. There's one venue that we work at a lot where the lighting, the main room lighting, is behind the bar. So the bartender has to be the one to lower the lights. And so you go in advance and you set everything up and you say, listen, I want the lights to dim right as I'm saying, please welcome to the dance floor for their very first dance as husband and wife. I want the lights to dim. And they go, yes. I've even a couple of times been able to get them to rehearse it with me, but generally it's like, I got it, right? But then they're being bartenders. There's a million other things going on. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, so now halfway through the first dance, the lights go down, but they went on too far, and now they turned up the whole room, and then they're back down, and then half goes on and half goes off, and now the first dance is destroyed. It would have been better off just leaving them full on the whole time. So we blame who? We're gonna blame the bartender for not doing the DJ's job and creating the mood. It's not their job. You need a second person. Listen, bring your cousin Jimmy, who's 16, with you and go, you only have a couple of jobs. Make sure I have water all night long so I don't get thirsty. I'm going to have you out here to help the wedding party come in at the correct time. I may send you to go grab a few people along the way. If I have to go to the bathroom, press the green button, right? It's not that hard to be a competent assistant. Now, it's very difficult to become a great assistant. I've been lucky to have two great assistants for many years. David and Mike, for years and years and years have been phenomenal. But, neither one of them were in the beginning. David passed away last year, so he can't tell you that, but he would. He might not, actually. David might say he was great from the beginning. But Mike's pretty humble, and he would say, yeah, no, it took me a little while to figure it out. So don't rely on other people to do your job. Plan it out in advance. If you can tell the wedding party when to come in all you want. And listen, when I give instructions, man, I'm crystal clear. I go through the whole thing. I go, now, when do you come in? When you say my name. Okay, so let's practice it. I'm going to say, maid of honor, is this when you come in? No. Not until I get to the end. Got it. And then as soon as you start talking, invariably some other person, it might be the bridesmaid standing behind her, or the coordinator from the facility, or disc coordinator, as I prefer to call them, goes, go, go, go. And they panic and they go in and, screws up all the time. So I'm now just in a loop. I'm telling you the same thing over and over because I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it on social media. Like, what do you do when they come in at the wrong time? Quit doing that. Get it done correctly the first time. My minute's almost up. Gotta go.